Okay, hello, everybody. How are you guys? I hope you guys are good. Okay, so I just want to go over this real quickly. The EDR, Event Data Recorder. Okay, the 2013 Honda CRV was equipped with an ACM with EDR capability that was accessible by the Bosch CDR tool. On August 23rd, 2022, Sergeant Mitchell, investigators Hamilton, Jones, and Morgan, and Gillerstrom traveled to the FBI Sacramento field office where the Honda was held. Gillerstrom removed the ACM from the Honda and transported it to the CHP Valley Division (ISU) mate office, where engineer Hagen removed the circuit board from the ACM case and immersed it in a cleaning solution. On August 25th, 2022, engineer Hagen removed the ACM circuit board from the cleaning solution and set it out to dry. On September 6th, 2022, engineer Hagen attempted to image the data within the EDR using the Bosch CDR tool pursuant to a consent to search. However, the Bosch CDR tool wasn't able to communicate with the EDR. Engineer Hagen made subsequent cleaning and data imaging attempts on September 9th and September 12th, but communication with the EDR could not be established. The inability to obtain connection with the EDR was most likely due to the EDR being damaged from prolonged immersion in water. Now, they received it on the 23rd, okay? Received the ACM case, the EDR. They received the EDR on the 23rd. On the 25th, it was removed and put into a cleaning solution and then set out to dry. On September 6th, they tried to get information from it. Couldn't get any. Then they worked at cleaning it. Tried to get more information on the 9th. Tried to get more information on the 12th. Nothing came through. And they're saying because it was damaged from prolonged immersion in water. Okay. Now let me show you something else here real quick. Passenger vehicle data retrieval. With data going back as far as the 1990s in some vehicles, there is a good chance one or all of the vehicles in your collision have some type of accident-related data. Newer vehicles on the road today have the capability of storing pre-crash data, which can include the vehicle's speed, braking status, seatbelt status, steering input, throttle position, and more in the seconds leading up to the crash. This part I want to highlight. Don't let the vehicle's collision damage deter you from inquiring. We have successfully imaged black box / EDR data from heavily fire damaged vehicles, submerged vehicles, and in cases where heavy equipment was needed to gain access to the module. Let me repeat myself. Heavily fire damaged vehicles, submerged vehicles. And we're talking for an extended period of time. As a matter of fact, I just saw an article the other day where a car was pulled out of a lake. It was in there for, or I'm sorry, not a lake, an ocean. So salt water. Salt water corrodes. It was in the ocean for 5 years. They pulled it out and were able to get information off of that EDR. Now we know her vehicle was not in the lake, not even ocean, lake, freshwater, for not a very long extended amount of time. But yet we're supposed to believe that even though they can get EDR imaging and information from heavily fire damaged vehicles and submerged vehicles for a long period of time, that they could get nothing that would actually give us all the information we needed. Hmm. Now, I wanted to point that out. Now, give me 1 second. There's something else I wanted to point out to you, too. Okay, now I couldn't find the paper I was looking for, but I can verbalize it all to you. A, her car was in neutral. B, takes me back to when they were looking for her keychain, right? If you remember, they didn't know where her keychain was. They had everybody on search for this keychain. No keys in the ignition, possibly. No mention of that. They have zero evidence. They said it themselves. They have zero evidence that proves that she was in any way intoxicated. They have zero evidence or proof that she was driving the vehicle, period. They have zero evidence to prove their narrative at all. If this were being held right now, if this were a case right now in court, beyond a reasonable doubt, their case is flawed. Their case would be this is all nonsense. They have zero proof of anything that they have said. She was drunk, drove in. Where's the proof? Oh, that's right. By their own admission, they have none. No one else was involved. They have no proof of that. They said themselves that out of respect for the family, after her car was discovered in the lake with the body in the hatchback of the vehicle, they did not re-question or talk to any family or friends again out of respect for the family. So they want us to believe that in the beginning, in the first 2 weeks, they treated us as a criminal investigation, but they didn't close down the scene to check for evidence. They supposedly investigated and talked to neighbors, friends, family, held numerous interviews. But what we saw was an 18-year-old girl conducting teen to teen interviews. What we saw was search parties that were finding items and handing it over to teens at a table. There was a black tank top found. Not hers. That's misinformation. There was a cell phone found. Not hers. Misinformation. They had us on the lookout for bumpers. Why is that? They had people on the lookout for a keychain. Why is that? So let me just break this down for you real quick. Let's pretend we're in a court session here, okay? What's the evidence that they have to say this was an accident and no criminal activity took place, no foul play took place? What's the evidence? I'll wait. Don't worry, I'll wait. My goodness, that's right. There is none. Now, let's look at the other side of that argument. There is boatloads of circumstantial evidence that proves that foul play happened here. I mean, it's definitely more than not a possibility. So ethically and morally, How can they get away with saying that it was just an accident and not reinvestigating once the body was found? So here's the thing. Oh, there was a huge party. We talked to everybody at the party. People said she was drinking. People said she was smoking weed. People, said they saw her get into her car. Really? Because the cops were coming out going, no one's talking to us. No one's telling us anything. And then the people that were talking, we don't know what happened. We never saw her again. We don't know what happened. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then 2 weeks later, the car is pulled from the lake with her body in the backpack of it. So wouldn't you reinvestigate or re-talk to or re-interview people that told you they didn't know what happened? You're going off their say-so that she was intoxicated and under the influence, knowing that they straight up lied about everything. But we're just not going to reinvestigate. We're not going to re-interview. We're not going to drudge this all back up out of respect for her family. What about respect for the victim? What about just respect for the all-around truth? I mean, the evils of the world will continue to get away with things until they are forced to reap what they sow. That needs to happen. Accountability, responsibility needs to happen. All right, let me hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Keep spreading that light, and I will see you all next time.